President Trump dominates the Republican primary in New Hampshire as he was running virtually unopposed. One America's Neil W. McCabe spoke to former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski about the president's victory. Here's more.
We're here at President Donald Trump's victory event in Bedford, New Hampshire, where his supporters are celebrating his big win in the New Hampshire primary. One America News spoke to Corey Lewandowski, who was the president's 2016 campaign manager and is now a surrogate for the campaign, about his view of the president's campaign this time.
Well, we saw Donald Trump have a huge election victory here in New Hampshire, which is right on the heels of how successful he was in Iowa. Don't forget, there are 17 people on the ballot in New Hampshire right now, and Donald Trump had a resounding victory. Not that we're surprised by it, but it only reminds people how unified the Republican Party is behind this president and the success that he's had for the last 3 years.
Lewandowski said that in 2016, the president was the insurgent. Now that he's president of the United States, he still has that insurgent team in place here in New Hampshire.
Well, look, the president was here in New Hampshire yesterday. He rallied 12,000 people at the arena across the way. You look at our co-chairs, Al Baldessaro, Freddie Doucette. These are the same state reps who were with us 4 years ago. They've never left. We just have more friends now, Neil, than we did 4 years ago, and we welcome them all to the Big Ten.
The former Trump campaign manager said it was a bad night for the former vice president.
Look, obviously Joe Biden had a terrible night tonight. There's no question about that. You know, he left the state early. You don't leave early when you think you're going to win. When he filed for his candidacy 95 days ago, he said he was in New Hampshire to win. Now we know that wasn't the case. Obviously, there's momentum with Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders, and we're going to see what happens, because I don't think the Democrats have the intensity that they need to build an operation that can beat Donald Trump.
In 2016, candidate Donald Trump lost New Hampshire by less than 3,000 votes. Lewandowski told One America News the reason why Trump wins New Hampshire in November is because things are good and he's keeping his promises.
Look, New Hampshire has a 2.6% unemployment. That is a phenomenally strong number. That's because the Trump-Pence tax cuts, the deregulation that this president's put in place. We see the economic boom transpiring here in New Hampshire, and they're thankful for the president.
At the Trump campaign victory event in Bedford, New Hampshire, supporters gathered to watch the results and hear from candidates from across the state, such as Bryant Corky Messner, who is one of the candidates running against Senator Jeanne Shaheen.
We are winning, and we will continue to winning. How about that rally last night? Amazing! Trump, Trump, Trump. We will retire Jeanne Shaheen this year, and I will be your next senator.
Al Baldessaro is a retired Marine Corps First Sergeant and co-chairman of the Trump campaign in New Hampshire. He told One America News that Republicans in New Hampshire are working with other Republicans throughout New England to deliver their states to Trump in November.
Coming together with Massachusetts, people from Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire, this was getting us ready for November. This is only a small drop in the bucket of volunteers we had throughout the state. So it's going to be a win-win for Trump. We're ready. Bring it on.
Neil W. McCabe, One America News, Bedford, New Hampshire.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.